My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Bazaar. We're going to be playing Pygmalion. It's a ranked runtime. Let's go, big buddy. I'm confident. I can't tell you from whence that confidence springs. Maybe it's from the dog in the first store? When you sell an item, this gains 6 damage. Oh, but there's Matchbox. Matchbox is currently at silver tier as well, so every 4 seconds it burns 3. When you use a non-weapon item, charge it 2 seconds, half the charge of the Matchbox. By the time Matchbox gets up to diamond, it fully charges every time you use a non-weapon item. And there's other items you can put on the same board. You can go infinite. I'm just saying. The yo-yo is not a non-weapon item. Marbles is the one I'm thinking of in this instance. Marbles says when you use an adjacent item, charge this 1 second. It has 4-second cooldown. When it gets to diamond tier, it charges for 4 seconds. So that next to the Matchbox would just and keep going off until it wins. Snack time for 20 max HP. I could go to a strange mushroom, but Quixel's right there.
Hi, I'm Quixel, master merchant or something.
Piggy bank. When you sell this, get spare change equal to its value. At the start of each hour, spend 2 gold and get 1 value. And this will give me back, bronze tier spare change, which means this is neutral. This is money neutral right now. Cash register at the start of the day, get 2 spare change, of course. Rolling in this store would be really, really tough. Oh boy. I'm gonna like deep invest. I'm gonna take the piggy bank and the cash register, and I'm just gonna leave this store. I can't beat the Viper. I can beat Fanged Inglet. And I can beat Banana Ball. Banana Ball's more likely to give me something that I want in this instance, because if I already have Matchbox, I'm gonna want to maintain non-weapons on field. So healing items, which the medkit will help with. Some max HP from Blue Nana is nice. Duct tape would just be a good item to have on field. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 1 second. This one does not increase the amount of charge it gets as it levels up. So keeping duct tape at the lowest level would actually be completely fine for us. Cash register's looking good. So I invested 2 into the piggy bank as we came into the space, so it has 1 value. If I ever get to level it up, that's great for us. There's the medkit. It's definitely going to be the lost crate for us here. Midsworth sells small and large items and buys your medium items at +2 value. Am I okay with losing the first day? Because if I am, I go to Finn's Big Bite and I just get HP here. I get 5% max HP, but I also get 5 regen. 5 regen matters a lot.
Eat up, bulk up, get solid.
Some of our enemies aren't going to be able to overcome 5 regen. Vanessa with, like, certain weapons can't. So that could happen. When you sell this, at the start of each hour. So am I going to get my income before the piggy bank tries to take it away? You know what? I don't think so. I'm going to sell my medkit just so that piggy bank can get the... Yep. Yeah, it rolled over as I got into the fight.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Oh boy. Yeah, with the Honing Steel every 4 seconds giving 10 damage to the hand axe, they will win this. But also, like, I almost regenerate all the damage they do between their ticks of damage. Regen's so good. They've got very slow items there. Oh my god, I won.
Got another salvo with me.
That's the power of regen for you, folks. I died, but they died at the same time, so we won. Pip, you teach bronze tier skills. Oh, you should teach me one. Healthy Hoarder have plus 35 max HP for each non-weapon item you have. You also have the defense grid. Start of each fight, gain shield, equal to 10% of your max HP, whoops. And rear shielding. Your rightmost shield item has plus 20 shield. Admittedly, I am going to want shield, and I am going to want it pretty bad, pretty quickly. But Healthy Hoarder is pretty much always going to be good for me.
They're greater trainers than me. I'm just getting you ready for them.
Strange mushroom again. But mid's worth here, and I can sell the... If I really want to, I can sell the cash register for value here. Alright, Midsworth, what do you got? Ooh. I definitely want to take the Signet Ring from you. At the start of each hour, gain 10 max health, and you have 1 additional income. And I'll be leaving after that. Oh my god, I can't win a fight right now, right? No, I can't win a fight. Alright, I'm gonna sell the spare change and roll. I need to find something that I can field here. Alright. It's time to break the piggy bank. I never actually got to benefit from it, but... this will have to do. Yeah, no, I keep the spare change on field because it's currently giving me 35 max HP apiece. Piggles. When you win a fight, get a piggle. Piggles are non-weapon items. I could field piggles. There are certainly some enemies I could beat at this point. I don't want a weapon, though. Jungle Ruin, that's income. I need to win a fight to get a piggle. Give me a tool. Yep, that's kind of what I thought I was going to get. Charge adjacent small items, use a non-weapon item, and Washiwali. Definitely can't beat the Covetous Thief. I'm gonna see what we can do about the giant mosquito. I just don't think they do enough damage to be able to stop me. And all I need to do is just live a little longer, get a piggle. A piggle activates every 3 seconds, so that's really good for the triggering of the matchbox. Yeah, we'll be able to get through this fight. I need to translate all of the... I hesitate to say money I've been saving, because like I've just been shuffling it from folder to folder to folder, right? Like, I've been moving money more than I've been managing money.
Not all Jabalians are pacifists.
And by every 5 seconds, slow an item for 3 seconds. Your other slow items have plus 1 second of slow. Give me the marbles. Give them to me. Red Pickles L. That's common Red Pickles L right there. Quixel. Small and medium items, and you buy large items.
Don't care.
Really? Gotta say, I'm pretty unenthused by the available options here. Briefcase, which I can buy and sell for the same amount of money. I'm gonna take the roll. Okay, cool. We got things that we can field here. First things first, I'm definitely gonna upgrade Piggles. Second things second, I think textiles or succulents. And I think I'm getting rid of the weights.
Fine, here's some gold.
What if it's actually succulents? I'm going to take succulents. I just want to have another trigger on field. I just want the matchbox to go faster. It's legitimately all it comes down to. Medicine cabinet, get a small healing item. That could be succulents. That could be a couple of different things. All of them are quite quick, though. Kina, you want to sell me something? I can't really afford to buy something. Crystal Bonsai. That activates pretty quickly.
I can already see all the treasures I'll put here.
5 bronze tier chocolate bars, gumballs. I'm going to go for a bronze tier item to try and fill out my board. And it's a yo-yo. We fill out our board. As well as get a target for the red pickle L. Okay, so my next most commonly charging item should be next to it. So that'll be the matchbox, because it gets charged by all of my other items. The yo-yo says when you use an adjacent item charged this 1 second, it only does 1 damage, but the red pickle's L gives the weapon to the left of it plus 4 damage for the fight. So it'll scale that, as well as trigger that. And the matchbox is getting triggered by everything else, and trying to trigger the yo-yo in turn. Piggles charges small adjacent items 2 seconds. That charging the matchbox as well as charging the amber definitely seems correct to me here. Alright.
My people would boring.
I'm making pretty deep investments in my future, which is nice, but it doesn't take too much to take that away from me. This Beast of Burden has a lot of damage. Oh, and it's getting... In fact, the entire board is getting crit shots. Blue Pickles X is giving 2% crit shots to the entire board every trigger. My healing and regeneration is nice. My enemy doesn't appear to have scaling on board. I am starting to do legitimate damage with both my yo-yo and my burn. They got the full slow out of the pepper spray, and I'm going to win this fight. And winning this fight means a silver piggle for us, which matters. I've been really greedy so far. I'm fully aware of that. I definitely need to pivot back to being responsible now. This is as far as greed can get me. You're legitimately gonna offer me max HP. Red Pickles X! Your weapons gain 2 damage for the fight. Yeah, that's definitely something we want to field. Eating contest. 150 max HP is on offer. I'm already getting a lot more than that. Yeah, Healthy Hoarder is giving me 245 max HP. But also, the longer I live in the fight, the far better off I will be ultimately here. It's just, I'm also about to walk into a room. I'll probably sell the Crystal Bonsai, to be fair. Like, it's currently selling for 3. It usually sells for 0. It's just I'm then committing to walking into the space afterwards, still without having picked up I guess any more power. I keep telling you I'm not going to be greedy, and then the opportunity to be greedy turns up, and I'm like, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh. Scrap salvage. There is the ability to go to the economic seminar and just get a free economic item. I would love to be able to sell enough to buy 2 economic items or skills with a premium pass, but I'm just going to go for the free session and get 10 gold. Thank you. Scout Trooper, I believe, beats me. Frost Street Challenger? You're an interesting case, buddy. You don't actually scale, do you? Well, you do scale, is the thing. Frost Street Challenger, if I recall correctly, you don't do damage. Well, you barely do damage. Well, maybe you do more damage than I'm thinking. They do have a weights, though. It's the appeal of that. Flame Dancer, you have a Cinders for increasing the value of burn. I don't think I heal fast enough in this build to outlast the Stormtrooper.
Don't take much.
Scout Trooper, sorry.
Where's your hustle?
I think I beat the Frost Street Challenger, though.
Make angry.
All right. Now it's finally time. It's finally time. You walk back past 10,000 eyes in the line. It's finally time for us to actually invest in our build. Come on. Snow Globe. This has +1 multicast for each adjacent property. That will buff the Uwashiwali, who wants to have more properties on field. But I'll need a first property. Middle, you sell medium items. I'm gonna look.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back.
Rogue, when you shield, your shield items gain +1 shield for the fight. Also, Yellow Pickles L, when you use your shield item to the left, give your shield item to the left of this +8 shield for the fight. Ooh, fielding textiles and Yellow Pickle actually seems pretty good. Textiles shields and then heals you equal to the shield.
If it's not
I'm gonna take a textiles just for that.
I want you to be happy.
There's Bushel. When you shield, charges 1 second. There's also a Tloddle. My red pickles don't really charge a Tloddle fast. Yeah, that's not ultimately going to want to be part of this build. With only one weapon on board, we take off the red pickles X rather than the bronze tier red pickles L. And Yo-Yo still does need to scale its damage. I think I'll take Amber off field as well. There we go. Yeah, unfortunate whiff here for us. Bushel, when you shield, charge this 1 second. Do I really want to take that right now? No. Bronze, upgrade your leftmost bronze tier item. I guess that'll be the yo-yo. I could have taken a pip skill, but that'll definitely end up being more valuable. Nufu, you sell skills? For real? For how long? Healthy Hoarder, another 35% max, 35, not percent, sorry, another 35 max HP for each non-weapon item we have. Or I could get frontal shielding. 20 shield on textiles to start out with. I'm going to gain more max HP. The more max HP I have, the higher textiles is going to get, ultimately. I don't think freezing something for Snow Globe makes that much difference to us. Just field a couple more triggers and go for Tycoon PDX.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Mm-hmm. Kind of what I expected to see here. Their Life Preserver is interesting. I'm definitely going to out-heal their damage. I have no concerns about that whatsoever. They'll keep the burn when the Life Preserver activates. Thankfully, I am actually building burn over time here, so their new life is going to be heavily affected by it as well, and that'll take them out.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
We have a board of rainbow nonsense going on. We need to translate this into something else. We have like a couple of core packages, the little Piggles and Textiles, the little Piggles and Yo-Yo, Matchbox, and just a bunch of other items. Like we've got stuff. It's just, there's no future in this stuff. That's why I'm constantly terrified. Okay, hang on, let me clarify. There's a future in some of this stuff. Matchbox and Yo-Yo are probably going to end up staying in the build, right? But, like, I need to find some strong fundamentals to build around. Medicine cabinet, small heal item, lost crate. I think it's Kev's armory, health toughness and shield. We're looking for things that will help us survive long term.
You might want some armor.
Textiles upgrade is just 20 additional shield. Admittedly, I don't think the textiles stay in this build for a long time. I think the ATM is more likely to be like my textiles replacement. It activates every 3 seconds rather than every 4 seconds, and it also gives multicast to the Iwashi Wildy Bird. And, in fact, I can take Succulents and Piggles off. I can get another multicast on the Iwashi Wildy Bird's heal, as well as put another property on field that has multicast and freeze. So yeah, I don't think Textiles is ever coming back from that. Ganja, if you weren't so low in quality here, maybe? I'm going to take a roll here. Fixer-Upper and Bushel have both turned back up. Fixer-Upper is kind of what I'm looking for in this build, admittedly. And I can sell it for what I bought it for if I do this correctly. I'm gonna get rid of Succulents and Textiles now. Ooh, Red Pickles are. That's so good for the Yo-Yo. It's more scaling. Thing is, like, I have to take 3 items off the board if I want to field the Fixer-Upper. And the Fixer-Upper would be another multicast for Iwashi Wildy, another multicast for Snow Globe. So it is really good for the sake of keeping up with the Matchbox casts. It's just, like, what am I taking off board for it? Like, am I taking my damage scaling for the Yo-Yo off? Because the only other items that I really feel like I can take off are Piggles and Yellow Piggles. But if I'm taking off Red Piggles I'm taking off Yo-Yo, I'm taking off a lot of my damage, I'm just investing in Matchbox. I'm going to take Fixer-Upper and move forward and try and figure out what we do with it later. Because if nothing else, yes, I can just sell it. Oh, great. Bakun, you sell medium and large items. I have no money. I would usually not go here. But you buy my small items at +1 value.
I mean, welcome to my business.
That gives me a lot of leverage here. Because I can sell my Red Pickles L, Red Pickles X, my Amber. All of those sold for a +1 to what they usually would have given me. Vineyard. When you use another item, charge this 1 second. At the start of each hour, this gains +1 in value. Ooh, maybe Fixer-Upper was a bad idea, and maybe I want that instead. It feels like Yo-Yo should stay on board, because it feels like Yo-Yo is all of my damage. And that also probably is the case. Additional Vineyard gives an additional cost to Snow Globe and Iwashi Wildy. I take Piggles, Red Piggles, and Yo-Yo off the field for it, absolutely. I'm going to start running out of space to put Piggles on field. I think it's actually probably a good idea at this point for me to hold the Yo-Yo in storage, sell Piggles, sell the Red Piggles, sell the Yellow Piggles, collect 5 gold from that, probably sell Fixer-Upper. It just turns out that I found something better in the next store, Vineyard.
I bet Quixel or Midsworth would like this. This is a gift at any price. It's smaller than Quixel.
There we go. 3 multicast on the Snow Globe. We've got 4 multicast on Uwashi Wali Bird, because we got 3 other properties on field, and then we got the Matchbox. Whenever I use a non-weapon item, charge at 2 seconds. This is gonna burn. I've even managed to save a Piggle for a little bit of scaling on my ATM. Psst, don't tell anyone about that. Retiree. Well. Have I ever seen a retiree in a better position for us? Retiree, your skill, extreme comfort. When you heal, your shield items gain shield for the fight. 1 shield it is, but it's shield. That's pretty nice. Bushel triggers off of shield activation, not healing activation anymore, which makes that worse. Hydro Dude, you got really heavily nerfed. I think there's like totally a chance I could beat Hydro Dude. The only problem is they slow my stuff. And I really don't want my stuff slowed. But if I can get 4 experience, I'll change my tune. I'm casting my stuff constantly, but the Electric Eels no longer responds to every item cast. It responds to every 6 item casts, which has made Hydro Dude unexpectedly much simpler than it used to be. It used to scale its damage much, much faster because it would slow much more commonly, but it's not. It was getting a little scary near the end there, but I'll take my experience and waddle onwards. I was really hoping to have something I could sell for value, but Citrus at least I can sell for regeneration, which is nice. Argenta sells silver tier skills.
What holds you down? Think you're ready for that?
When you crit, your heal items gain 10 heal for the fight. I like that, but Shatter. When you freeze, your weapons gain 10 damage for the fight. I could field the yellow Piggles. It needs to be between the 2 things that activate the most. Uwashi Wali activates 1 time a second on average with its trigger condition there. I think that's faster. I think that's more than the Vineyard. But then every time Snow Globe goes off, I'm giving 30 damage to the yo-yo. That's actual scaling. That's legitimate scaling.
Thanks for trusting me. I hope we can do this again.
The docks, where I work to earn some coin. JJ sells items. I don't have enough money to just buy things right now. I'm gonna go to the docks. I'm probably looking for a shield item most of all out of here. Again, Oliver, I don't expect to really end up using it all. Economic Seminar. Yep. I'm in a fine position to buy a premium pass for, oh, that's fun. Open for business. You have +1 income for each property you have, including in your stash, and then Balcony. The property to the left of this has double value in combat, and its cooldown is reduced by 10%. I don't think getting 0.6 cooldown off of the Snow Globe is worth removing the ATM from the field, because the ATM charges the Vineyard and the Matchbox, then the Matchbox charges the Yo-Yo. Like, I don't think that's good, but I'm definitely going to hold it for a while. It's income. Definitely getting rid of Gianolaba ultimately, though. Miller Curb.
I should warn you. Unlike other jobs,
Oh, Miller Booker B. Just a collection of job-related last names. But apparently it was taken. There was already a Miller Booker. And a Miller Booker A. So they had to go with B. We'll have a look at how much damage ultimately Yo-Yo ends up managing to do. I'm just very curious if Shatter actually ends up being a good decision here. Ooh, they've got a barrel, but they only have 2 items activating it. The barrel's really good. You should lean towards it, friend. Before they change it. Well, I guess you've also got tempering the skills, so you do want a weapon. But that means you probably don't need Holding Seal, but that's it. Never mind. I'm not gonna critique their build. Okay, the damage of the Yo-Yo ends up being pretty significant. And yes, Matchbox and Uwashiwali are definitely the most common triggers, which, yes, makes Yo-Yo pretty fast as well. It's really hard for me to argue against just getting another 150 max HP here. Oh my god, really? You're gonna let me do that and then you'll let me fight a monster so I get some more golden experience? And then I'm fighting another monster after that? This is so great. Nightshade! Interesting. Every 4 seconds, poison for 6. It now has the text, when you heal, this gains 2 poison for the fight. I'm not saying that that's going on board. I'm just saying there is a world in which it totally could. If the Vineyard ends up getting a couple upgrades, yeah. Vineyard charges a lot faster. I'm just saying it exists. The possibility exists.
Like to work for us.
Oh, give me Petrifying Gaze. Give me Petrifying Gaze. I'll take the XP. I'm never going to have an issue with that. 5 silver tier spare change is 10 gold. 2 gold in the silver tier loot item. That can now include cinders, which does actually matter a hell of a lot. And just a silver tier item in general. I think I'm actually going to go for the gold. Give me 5 silver tier spare change, please, friend. I can definitely take out Mod Squad. Flame Juggler has a copy of Cinders, but it has 1 copy of Cinders, 4 copies of Magma Core, 1 copy of Lighter. So that's a 1 in 6 for something actually useful. I mean, Sabretooth. Do I want to go for the Diamond Fang? I do, but I don't at the same time. I think I'm just going for highest quality here again in terms of especially experience right now. All right, Mod Squad. That's fine. I mean, give me crypto. I don't see the, like, shatter scaling for the damage of Yo-Yo. I don't see that being our long term at all. I absolutely don't. Okay, this enemy barely healed and shielded, right? So we can kind of ignore that and then just have a look at how much damage the Yo-Yo ultimately ended up doing, because the rest of it is the matchbox for us. Signet Ring. Gianola I get rid of. I probably don't need to get rid of the pickles yet. Big Billy Dozer. Every 5 seconds, deal 10 damage. It is a friend, vehicle, and a weapon. When you use another friend, this gains 10 damage for the fight. Your other friend's cooldowns reduced by 10%. I mean, the Uwashiwali is used 1 time a second. It's still not really going to scale the Big Dozer. We don't have enough friends. Alia, you sell weapons, but the only weapon I care about from you right now is Yo-Yo. The docks. Work there to earn some coin. Still want shield item, I think, is my priority. Wow. I did not think I was going to get Cove, but I'll take Cove. Every 3 seconds, shield equal to double this item's value. When you sell an item, this gains 1 value. Ooh, upgrade silver. Upgrade your leftmost bronze tier or silver item. I think the one that gets the most impact out of that is an upgrade to the Vineyard. Argenta sells silver tier skills. The silver tier skills do include hardened property. Hardened property? I can't remember what it's called, but it's every time you use a property, give your weapons plus 5 damage and your shield items plus 5 shield. That would be incredible, right? That would, like, suddenly doubles the scaling I get from Shatter, because I get 3 triggers from Snow Globe as well as the ATM and the Vineyard going off at the same time. Cove I'm just going to keep while I sell things, and then eventually I'm going to sell Cove and I'll have a bunch of money, but Matchbox needs to be upgraded twice. Because realistically, charging at 3 seconds is basically the same as charging at 2 seconds in that it takes 2 charges to fully charge the matchbox. I don't even know if I want to keep Vineyard on board long term as the thing. Snow Globe would freeze for an additional second, which is not bad. Vineyard literally charges twice as fast with this upgrade. Okay, it's Vineyard.
Moving up in the world.
Kev's Armory, health toughness and shield items. I'm not going to say there's none of those that I care about, but the Mountain Pass with an opportunity of fighting another enemy. Dang, I only got the experience. I have nothing that happens over the day, and I have no reason to need to sell things yet. Both of those are true. All right, let's go into the fight.
My people believe in peace. Boring.
Oh, no poison, but you're rocking the Basilisk Fang. They have Shatter as well. When you freeze, your weapons gain damage for the fight. They don't appear to have Freeze on board. Shielded Force Field, that's tough. Every 4 seconds, it shields for 20 and then deals damage equal to the shield, but it has double shield as well. Thankfully, it looks like, yeah, pretty dominant here. That's also kind of like a Rainbow Nonsense build going on. Like, I say that as someone who was running Rainbow Nonsense for a while. Barkun! You're exactly who I wanted to see. Barkun will give me the ability to sell my spare change for an extra gold. And also sells medium and large items, things that I really care about right now. Fixer-upper, no thank you. Oh, we get to see some of my favorite tech. As Pygmalion, there are items that you can buy from Barkun that you can sell back to Barkun for more than Barkun sold them to you for. So the briefcase, I'll buy for 8, I'll sell it for 4, and then it gives me 2 spare change, which would usually be 2, but Barkun buys small items at +1 value. So I end up selling it for a total of 10. Belt for max health, no thank you. That's not our vibe. Oh, Piranha! Pinata is similar-ish. I'm still going to make a loss on Pinata, admittedly. You buy it for 4 and you sell it for 0. But I sell all of the chocolate bars themselves for 1, so I only make a loss of 1, whereas you usually make a loss of 4. But also, the Cove saw all of those sales, so actually it still is money positive for me. Textiles and Dog are here. Neither of those make their way onto this board. They're not better than what I'm currently capable of doing. The Docks, Prospero. Sells economic items. I mean, you know, the upgrade for the ATM is not unlikely to see there. I have so much money.
Investment is building homes for money. I suppose I'm something of a carpenter.
Cash register at the start of the day. Get 2 spare change. It's not bad. Ointment, heal equal to double your gold. Heal 100 every 5 seconds. Uwashiwali's already much better than that. That said, this is only 1 slot investment, whereas Uwashiwali is like 8 of my slots on board right now. Cash register? I probably should have showed the yellow piggle earlier. Rewards card when you visit a merchant. This and the item to the left of this get +1 value. I mean, giving value to Vineyard is really good, but it also gets +2 value at the start of every hour, and eventually, like, I'm going to sell the credit. I'm going to take the rewards card. It's just a good thing to have. And you know what? I'm going to take the cash register as well.
I made that same investment once. I'd say the result.
Golden Fixer-Upper? Wait, hang on. Double value, yeah, it just has double value. So buying that for 12 It'll upgrade at the end of today, and it'll upgrade to 12. This is a lot of money if I'm willing to just hold it for a little bit. It's also a property, which is not bad. There's also a hatchet. Okay, I'm keeping Signet Ring. I don't think I need to keep Balcony. I could definitely get rid of the Cash Register and Yellow Piggle. This is literally an investment property for me. Yeah, Cash Register causes problems for me right now. Just because not only do I need to have it...
Bid you farewell.
Wait, did I buy it for 12 and it sells for 12 right now already? It'll sell for 24 tomorrow. Oh god, 48 the day after, and then 96 on that final day? That's a lot of money. So I know Landshark isn't really going to do anything for me here. Well, I do just have a plan to get a lot of money. There is a world where I could go for the Loan Shark, and then the Loan Shark gives me Cash Cannon, and Cash Cannon says, when you gain gold, this gains additional damage equal to the amount of gold gained, and then I could sell things. That world definitely exists. Is it good? I don't think so, almost at all, but it does exist. Zookeeper, you have... When you use a friend, poison one? When you use a friend, poison one is not bad. It's 4 triggers of poison every 4 seconds, which does nothing right now, but there are other things that will want to see poison. Salamander Pup! You have Salamander Pup? When you sell this, your leftmost burn item gains +4 burn. I think I have to go to the Zookeeper. That's 2 hits. That's more hits than most have hits. Give me the Salamander Pup. Every 8 seconds burns 6, but when you sell this, your leftmost burn item gets +4 burn. That would literally more than double the burn that the Matchbox is putting out. That's huge. That's actually massive. It's big, it's McLarge, and it's McHuge. Dang. Fine, I'm gonna get rid of the rewards card that I was trying to scam some additional money out of. Rukon, you teach weapon skills. Reginald, you teach heal and regeneration skills. But Orlan, you teach gold skills, and gold skills are much more likely to be run defining at this point in time, so why don't you teach me? Oh wow, Invigorating Cold, the first time you freeze each fight, haste your items 2 seconds, that's huge. Chocoholic, when you sell a medium or a large item, get a chocolate bar. That's nice, but it's absolutely Invigorating Cold here. And he sells small items, and Matchbox, Yo-Yo, they both want upgrades. There's definitely small items to get. But the Mountain Pass could give me a fight, and in the fight, I could get more experience, and get more... I'm going to the Mountain Pass. Give me a fight. No, it's just experience. I mean, at least it's only experience, right? Like, that's good. Artisan Dunes, hello. You're another way for me to gain value here. I'm gonna double the effects of the... I could give 10 damage to a weapon. I could give 2 poison to a poison item. I'm gonna give 2 burn to my burn item, though.
Not today, tomorrow.
As a Flame Bright. None of my items spawn anything. Golden Fixer-Upper is about to get a lot more value. Wow, Bull. Oh. Oh. Oh, Danny boy.
You do see these tusks, right?
They have scaling, and they've got a yo-yo that's diamond, and it's next to a marble. So they're doing infinite stuff. I've got freeze, thankfully, but they have, yep, their infinite went off. It's not fully infinite yet, but it's pretty good. It did a whole lot of slowing to my small items, because Marbles can only target small items. I got a lot of burn on my enemy right here, but their damage on that yo-yo is starting to ramp up. Thankfully. Enough burn in the end. Oh, they were even scaling damage on a brass knuckles. Neat. Mm-hmm. 154 burn is pretty significant. Oh wow, the Vineyard is actually triggering more often than the Iwashi Wali Bird. Well, actually, the Iwashi Wali Bird was slowed. All of our small items were slowed that entire fight. Okay, so that's not actually the case. In a normal fight. Kronos, you sell haste items. If I'm entirely honest, I'm completely disinterested in your haste items, sir. But what I want to see is other items that are... Oh, wow. Turbo golf clubs. When you heal, this gains 15 damage to the fight. Other items that are enchanted turbo. Turbo Giant Ice Club. When any item gains freeze, charge this 3 seconds. The first time you fall below half health each fight, freeze one item for 99 seconds. It does 1,000 damage. Is there ever a world where I feel that? It hastes 2 items for 3 seconds when it activates. It would get 9 seconds worth of charge every time the snow globe goes off. It gets me away from this infinite build. I could sub out the ATM for the balcony to get further cooldown reduction on the snow globe, so it activates every 5.6 seconds. The Vineyard is not going to be happy about that. Like, the snow globe and the Vineyard are suddenly doing very little. Well, the snow globe is triggering the Turbo Giant Club. Turbo Giant Club? What happens when you level up? Well, actually, it's just a Giant Club, right? Giant Ice Club. It charges for 6 seconds. It doubles its charge speed. Oh boy. I mean, when do you want it if not now? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm almost certain not gonna get any other freeze in the build. 1,000 damage. And it hastes 2 items for 3 seconds, which is important. When the Turbo Giant Ice Club is upgraded, it will charge twice when the snow globe goes off. It'll get 1 full charge and then half another charge, but in the time the snow globe went to go off, it'll... Fox, I think it might be Turbo Giant Ice Club time. Do I get rid of the cove? Like, realistically, the Vineyard's not part of that build. Do I full pivot? Do I get rid of Yo-Yo and Matchbox? Because I have to get rid of some stuff on board, right? If I'm fielding the Turbo. And if I'm fielding the Turbo and I'm fielding the Snow Globe. Well, actually, hang on. What about, like... There's this configuration, which only takes up 6 spaces. So then I could throw... I guess I could keep the Iwashi Wali, which is not actually triggering anything else, because the things that actually care about triggers are now off board. I legitimately think beating them in the face with that, if this isn't better, it's definitely funnier, and also it might be better. Getting rid of the cove.
Chronomancy
And
doesn't
take the
just
Turbo
flip
Ice
up.
Club. I'm gonna roll! Turbo Snow Globe! Okay, well, vindicated. Vindicated! The Turbo Ice Cream Truck. Every 6 seconds, freeze an item for 1 second, and then haste 3 items for 2 seconds. When you use a non-weapon item, charge this 2 seconds. So the thing is, I'm not gonna use that many non-weapon items. Like, it's just properties. And this is 1 additional freeze trigger, which is nice, but like I have to fit it on board with the Turbo Club. And in order to do so, I have to take a property off the field, which means I lose a freeze trigger as well. I don't think it's Turbo Ice Cream. I think like Turbo Snow Globe.
Circles around them with that.
And then... I mean, Yo-Yo doesn't need to be on this board. Do I even need to keep the Uwashiwali on this board? Because if not, I don't think the balcony is providing me enough value right now to justify the difference between it and putting... probably Vineyard on board still. I also still have my entire previous builds, like, here. Just in case this turns out to be absolutely awful, I can try and fix it. JJ sells items, but the Bazaar Con has 2 experience for me, so I can level up before the next fight. Give me a silver tier loot item. I care about cooldown reduction most. But I'll
Why move
take
at
some
their
gold.
speed when you can move at mine?
Especially because I just used so much of my gold. Oh, wow. We're actually in a position where maybe I care about what Chili Charles has. Chili Charles has an icy hammock. The item's cooldown is reduced by 5%, 5 seconds rather, for each adjacent large item, and freezes 1 item for 1 second when it's used. Actually, if that was on board, swapping that in for the ATM instead, because it activates every 2 seconds after that, and it would freeze twice. I'm definitely going for Chili Charles. I'll tell you that. Absolutely. Cooldown reduction is nice from Cosmic Rock, but it's also far from guaranteed to give that to me. I'm not saying Charles is guaranteed to give me anything that I want in this instance, but, like, it's got a lot of stuff that I want. I do want you to stop freezing my stuff. But also, whenever you freeze things, you charge my Turbo Club. Igloo. Every 6 seconds, freeze an item for 2 seconds and shield 100. The first time you fall below half health each fight, use this. Yep. I'm selling the Vineyard immediately for it. It's more freeze that I can actually field on board. I'm over the moon that I'm actually in a build where I can do this. I don't need to sell the belt yet. Gumball Machine is nice, but basically just for crit charts right now.
Come
I'm gonna go
with
look at
no
Kina.
weapons, leave with big bargains.
Cargo shots are incredible. You get them if you can. You know what? I'm committing. We're doing the big commit. And that'll give me enough space to actually be able to buy and benefit from cargo shorts. So we get 20 max HP and 2 shield to all of our items. Nice. Also roll there. Oh, that's annoying. Fort. Enemy item cooldowns are increased by 1 second. It's so good for counterplaying is the reason Fort is so important here. And then also when you use another item, charges 1 second. Honestly, it's the enemy cooldowns increased there that makes it so valuable. Is it so valuable that I have to take it though? Because it's up against Igloo. Also, when you fall below half health each fight, Igloo freezes something, and also the Turbo Club freezes something. Which, especially when the Turbo Club is upgraded to charge 6 seconds when anything is frozen, it'll just immediately hit the enemy. For 1,000 damage. Oh, boy. Alright, let's have a look at Igloo's upgrade. It's probably just additional freeze. Yeah, it's an extra second to freeze. It's an extra 100 shielding. But those freeze triggers really matter. I could definitely take the gumball machine. Start of each hour, spend 2 gold to get a gumball. Those gumballs could give me the crit chance that I'm looking for. In fact, I will be taking the gumball machine. It just comes down to whether or not I take the other one as well. I'm going to skip out on Fort. I'm finally in a build where I can go all in on the freeze. I'm probably going to end up regretting that, aren't I? Battlefield, Jules Cafe, middle, you sell medium items. I'll take Turbo Snow Globe upgrade. I'll take a Gumball upgrade. I'll take an ATM upgrade, but I'll be leery about it.
I'll help you find who does.
Model ship, when you use an adjacent item, charge this 1 second. This no longer just charges off of adjacents, unfortunately. There's a grindstone as well as a briefcase again. None of those are going to be relevant to us. Ooh, piece of candy. 3 damage for the Turbocharged Ice Club. None of this needs to come with me.
Every item finds its value. It's a relationship, you know?
Siroko's Step is here, just in case I need even more haste triggers. I don't think I need more haste triggers right now. I think I need haste triggers to happen faster, but I don't think ATM hastes. Oh, it hastes 2 items for 1 second? That's not that bad. Igloo, yeah, just definitely gets double shield. It gets 50% crit chance. That makes sense. ATM, 50% crit chance, double shield. Okay, both of those make sense. Those are the ones that I'm going to want to field, but let's have a quick little look at the rest of the stuff before I agree that those definitely aren't what I want. Igloo, it could haste a single item for 4 seconds. I could have a full turbo kind of build going on. I feel like with Invigorating Colds, I don't get full perma haste, but I'm getting pretty close. Shielding for 400, which is if I upgrade Igloo and it shields for 200 and then Guardian's Gorge also on it to give it double shielding. Realistically, like the Turbo Giant Ice Club getting Guardian's Gorge so that it shields me equal to the amount of damage it does, that's probably the right play. But I'm not going to do it because Turbo Ice Club is giving haste and I really like the haste that it can do. You know what? Make me faster. ATM gives 2 items 1 second of haste, but it does it every 3 seconds. Big old turbo build. Give my Igloo turbo as well later. That would be fun. I don't have small items, so there's a lot of destruction effects and slow effects that won't work on me. A lot of freeze effects that won't work on me as well. My most impactful item is large, which is almost impossible to do anything about. Oh no! Rapid Thaw! When your items gain freeze, reduce the duration by 2 seconds. Thankfully, I don't actually need them to be frozen. I don't need them to stay frozen. I just need them to be frozen in the first place to trigger the Turbo Giant Club. My enemy has a lot of slow on their board, and oh no. That's really annoying. They are scaling their healing and shielding so significantly that I believe I am going to lose this fight. I mean, I am going to lose this fight. Look at the amount of shield they have. Wow, the Pearl and the Turtle Shell are really doing work there. Oof. I think I might have been able to kill them before they scaled out of control if the Turbo Club was upgraded. 12,000 damage, not enough. Yikes, Pearl and Turbo Shell. Oh, I knew they were powerful. Midsworth sells small and large items, buys medium items at additional value. 200 max HP is nothing to turn one of those, I bet. Blue Gumball, 3% max 3%, sorry, crit chance, rather, for my entire build. Midsworth, I really want my Igloo and Turbo Ice Club upgrades. Those are pretty important to me. Why don't you show them? Money Tree, Rewards Card, and Succulents are not those. And definitely the rest of these don't count either. Truffles, when you sell this, your leftmost item gains value equal to this item's value. Nope, not relevant to us, and Vineyard's back. Dang.
Right then, off you go.
Ooh, Pearl's Dig Site. Okay, so Pearl's Dig Site is now you can dig as long as you'd like, but you can only take one item, but you take that item for free. So a good property to replace the Turbo ATM would be nice. Race Car is here. When you haste, charge this 1 second. I have a lot of haste triggers, but I don't care about Race Car. Yo, wait a second. Restorative Booby Trap. Freeze an item for a second. When you use a property, charge this 1 second. Unfortunately, that charges so slowly, and it's not a property, so there's no field for it here. Runic Double Bow and the Arc Blaster are both there as well. Restorative Land Scraper. Admittedly, this is something that I have wanted for a while. But I wanted it in a different build. A little awkward for you to turn up now, buddy. Heal equal to this item's value, and then shield equal to this item's shields. And when you use another item, charge this for a second. At the start of the hour, it gets more. Roll past that. There's the Signet Ring upgrade. 10 more max HP and 1 more income. 10 more max HP, that is every hour, which is pretty good. But I'm getting a free item here. I should really get something stupid. Am I really gonna go for the ATM upgrade? The ATM has turbo, so it is gonna stay on field. I don't like that I did that. Wandering Shoal. I need cooldown reduction more than anything else. So it does make me feel like Cosmic Rock is the right choice here. Wandering Shoal, you have almost nothing related to my build at all. That's lovely to see. Oasis Guardian, you too have nothing related to my build. That's great. All right, I'm going to go to the Cosmic Rock. I really want the feather. Being able to reduce my items cooldowns by 6%, especially for the Giant Turbo Club, is really going to matter.
You seem like a nice.
And there it is. You pick up the feather. The Artist. Give an item a random enchantment.
Your things are so dull. Let me brighten them.
Hang on. There are some items that don't have. So Signet Ring, for instance. Signet Ring has double income or double max health. Yeah, whatever. Gumball Machine? Unfortunately, Gumball Machine has like a lot of battle upgrades because it can be used as a battle item. So that's not actually that useful for us. What could Balcony get? Balcony has a lot of when you use the property to the left of this. That's pretty good, admittedly. Balcony after upgrades actually is way better than ATM. Oh, there is only one upgrade that the feather can get, and its upgrade is double your items, double the cooldown reduction. We enchanted a feather to shiny, and it's now giving 12% cooldown reduction. Thank you. Turbo Ice Club lost 1.4 seconds off of its charge time. Mr. Tuscari. I would like any of your things that refer to properties. When you gain gold, gain max health equal to the amount of gold gained, and additional income for each property I have, and 100 max HP for it. Oh, if you have no weapons, that's not the case. When you buy a property, get 100 max HP. I'm going to take reinforced steel, and I'm not going to be especially happy about it, but it says when you use a property, your weapons gain +5 damage, and your shield items gain +5 shield for the fight. It is good, it's just I would have really wanted a higher quality of it. Irma's here to sell heal and regeneration items. There's scrap salvage, but I'm going to go to the Monster Ranch, the new Monster Ranch, to look at 5 different items and choose one of them. And I'm choosing Vial of Blood for 2 experience, please. Choose one of them for free, and then I get to sell it. Oh, it's so good. Savage Spades.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
What's your build like, buddy? Oh, you've got a club too! Oh, that's so annoying. It has lifesteal as well. Yeah, because it's going to get charged every time I freeze, unfortunately. Oh no. It has lifesteal, mine doesn't. It's going to beat me. I'm pretty good at keeping it frozen. But as soon as it unfreezes, it immediately strikes. My one's never No! You 99-second froze my club! You dastardly villain! Oh! But my property usage with reinforced steel has actually been scaling my shielding a lot. Oh, it wasn't enough! I don't care if I end up losing this and I could have won it as an infinite instead. This is so much more interesting. Oh, obsidian. And you've got 2 regal blades there. How dare you? The fixer-upper is ready to be sold for a ridiculous amount of money. But first, let's look at Zerfin Safari. Sells monster skills. Freeze-related things, please. Jury Rigger, when you use an item with ammo, reload 2 to the item left of it? No. Extreme Comfort, when you heal, your shield items gain 1 shield. Or Firestarter, at the start of each fight, burn 17 that was actually, sorry. None of that is good. I'm gonna roll. Vengeance! Your left and rightmost items have their cooldowns reduced by 15%. Turbo Ice Club.
When I'm rich, I'll never hear no again.
See how she
Give me vengeance.
You can use that.
I need to upgrade the Turbo Ice Club. That is legitimately the best thing that I'm capable of doing at this point in time. Getting it to charge twice as fast.
Have you packed a change of clothes? Because you're gonna get dirty.
None of the other ones look like they had that as an option, so I'm gonna come here and see what's going on with Pearl's dig site. Hydraulic squeezer, there's a yo-yo, no thank you. Oh, stained glass window. When you fight with stained glass window in play, your properties have 4 additional value. When you lose it in play, your properties lose 2 value. When you have 4 or fewer items in play, their cooldowns are reduced by 10%. Legitimately, that might be a lot better than Turbo ATM, like just 10% cooldown 10% reduction rather for the entire board.
Hey, you're a natural at this.
Weapons platform? Actually, hang on. No, weapons platform skill is not good for me right now, right? Yeah, it says when you use a large item, haste 2 small items for 2 seconds, which is not going to happen. There's Feroz Khan here. Feroz Khan has a silencer. 30% cooldown reduction. There is a world where, like, the igloo goes off field and the stained glass goes on. Oh, no, but then the stained glass isn't a good idea at that point. No. It'd be balcony and silencer, right? so that I have one more space on fields, and then I put the silencer next to the turbo club, and it gets a 30% cooldown reduction. There's also one shot, one kill, a skill that it has. If you have only one weapon, it deals triple damage, but its cooldown's increased by 50%. That's terrifying. But I think I should take that if I get it. And then Blood Reef Captain, you have absolutely nothing I'm not interested in. I'm going to take the Ferris Khan fight. We're going to see if we can do this. First, let's get 30 more max HP before we go into the fight. You know, that'll help. I've got enough freeze that I don't expect Ferris Khan to be able to shoot me in the face. But perhaps that's very naive.
You'll see me again.
Okay. The enemy is dead. Dang, silent. It's a disguise. When you buy this, get a non-Vanessa item, and your items from other heroes have plus 30% crit chance. I think I need to have space for that. Because if I take that, yeah, it spawns an item in my inventory. I'm so glad it spawned one that was actually large enough for me to hold. Sleeping Potion. Every 5 seconds, slows 2 items for 8 seconds. That's not going to be relevant to us at all. Gold tier loot item, definitely what I'm looking for here. It was hopefully cooldown reduction. We didn't hit. Sells heal and regeneration items. If I wanted to get full value from... I mean, Stained Glass is probably the field right now, right? Instead of Turbo ATM. Turbo ATM gets things started a little faster, but Stained Glass makes them go much more ridiculous. Okay, yeah. There's no way I can get Turbo Snow Globe to be considered the rightmost item as well as have enough multicast. I figured that was the case. It was just whether or not it propagated over the top of the stained glass window. Some things propagate over the top of items that don't activate them. Some things don't. A little bit of inconsistency there. Heal and regeneration items. None of mine are heal and regeneration. Nothing that I care about is. The thing that matters the most is my max HP. Am I now getting rid of the turbo ATM? I'm so sad about it, but yes. Oh no, I should have sold the red gumball before I bought that. But, Hattie. Spin the wheel for a prize. This was included in the newest patch. It is Hattie! Let's see what we get. That's an enchantment, I think. Gain a random enchanted item. Shiny loot. At the start of each day, your small items gain +1 value. It has double value gain. That's cool, but I have a lot of money, and it's probably not actually relevant to me at all, but still, that's cool. I'm going to let the gumball get some value out of that. I don't think the gumball here is going to be the difference maker. A single red gumball? Absolutely not the difference maker. Oh, you've got mixed message. That's quite powerful on Dually. Oh, you've only got Ballista. And it's... Oh, dear. And it's Diamond. If I don't freeze that, I lose. And I didn't freeze it, and I did lose. Dang. I gotta say, I don't think an Infinite would have beat that either, so... Not super sad. Visit a random enchantment location. If I'm honest, a random enchantment for Igloo doesn't feel good right now. There's a lot of enchantments that do nothing for it. But the money doesn't feel good from Fate's Bounty either. Alright, Crossroads. Sure, heal me. You know what? I'm doing it. Turbo Giant Ice Club is now becoming my healing Giant Ice Club. It heals me for the amount of damage it does. It's... This will actually help me win fights, whereas other options there would not have. Paul, you sell large items. You could upgrade either of these at any time, and I'd be really, really happy about it. And Scraper, Pawn Shop, and Vineyard. Not looking for any of you. Yikes. Subscraper heals us for 6 times the value of your other items. There's Ice Cream Truck as well as Hogwash. Woo! Yeah, absolutely not as good as what we're currently doing already. Kev's Armory, Health Toughness and Shield items. That can include the Igloo. Shielded Matchbox. When you use a non-weapon item, charge this 4 seconds. There it is. I could also take the Lemonade Stand. Whenever I sell a small item, gain 40 max health. And admittedly, I just lost. I would have only gotten 40 max health out of it anyway there. I'm going to take it. We take it, we roll, we find the Shielded Landscraper and the Robe. Nope. Upgrade your leftmost item is finally here. Yes, I will take the Diamond Tier Club. So now the Restorative Ice Giant Club. When any item gains freeze, charge it 6 seconds. It almost activates in 6 seconds as well. It's wild. Let's go to the Veteran Octopus. You have 8,888 HP now. Like, when my build goes off, it's pretty good. It's just my enemies, like, slow and freeze my stuff, and then they kill me. It's like, it's really sad when they do all of those things to me. Like, what did I even do? Like, just because I'm trying to kill you, you're trying to kill me? Rude. Scrap, salvage. Ooh, gumballs are also a lot of max HP here. Yeah, I'm going gumballs. Unfortunately, unless I get rid of this signet ring that I really don't want to get rid of, I gotta buy each gumball individually and then go and sell it. But I'm getting 40 max HP each time I sell one of these, unless it's green, in which case I'm getting 50. And also, I'm getting some crit chance. I'm up to 11%, 12% crit chance. I'm buying 400 max HP here, as well as other effects. It's probably the easiest way to think about it. I can eventually get rid of the shiny loot, and probably should. Thank you for the gumball. Mirkwood Bayou. Enchant an item with poison effects. I guess I can have the Igloo poison you, but I could also just go look at Mr. Morland's properties and hope to upgrade some of my properties, which I think is probably better. Especially when one of them is stained glass window, giving us, oh wow. When you lose a fight in play with the diamond stained glass window in play, your properties in play lose 16 value. However, the cooldown's also 20% lower, which is really good. Subscraper in the gym, and then absolutely nothing for us again. That's fine. Sell the gumball before we move a space. Adira teaches diamond tier skills. Rukon teaches weapon skills. There are some weapon skills I care about, but there's a lot of weapon skills I don't care about at all here. Diamond tier skills, it's pretty hard to find nothing.
I am not prideful. I simply acknowledge the fact of my greatness.
Your weapons have plus damage equal to your goal. That's not that much. First time you fall below half health each fight, use your highest shield item. That's already something the Igloo tries to do, which already triggers the... And it already triggers the Ice Club as well. I'm gonna roll, because there's definitely deeper impact here. Like big guns, for instance. Deal double the damage of your large weapons. There's also knife tricks. When you use a weapon, reduces cooldown by 5% for the fight. If this goes off enough times that's impactful, I'm probably already winning the fight. Desperate Cleanse, first time you fall below half health each fight, remove freeze, slow, and cleanse half your burn and poison. I'm going for big guns so I can try and big kill the enemy. before I go into this next fight, I'm going to sell the Signet Ring and the Shiny Loop for 80 more max HP. It's almost certainly not going to make a difference, but I feel slightly better having done it. Juju Jujitsu!
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge?
That's a lot of poison on your field. Creeping Toxin's final dose and initial dose. You've got a pufferfish. Oh boy. I need my freezes to go off, and then they did, and the enemy's now dead. I'm so glad that this is at least getting to 7 wins, because at 7 wins, I legitimately do consider the run, like, victorious. Like, sure, there are greater victories out there, but 7 wins I'm very happy with. Especially because it means I also get to use this bad boy. Restorative Giant Ice Club. I'm gonna go to Curio. We're looking for cooldown reduction items. Immediately the game is like, here's 2 of them. Thank you kindly. 3% crit chance for my board. I'll take 30 max HP. I'm also gonna buy and sell everything that's small. We do get a small value out of each of them, but we also get 40 max HP, which is impactful.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the Bazaar.
Oh! Rocket Boots for additional seconds of haste out of the Turbo Snow. That's so good. 1% cooldown reduction for my entire board. Sorry, 2% and then 1% after it.
Warms my rusty circuits to
Let's
see
get an
that
additional second worth of haste and also 5% crit chance.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
I'm gonna buy and sell this for just 4 more damage on the club. And then buy and sell the junk bot as well for just some additional heal. Non-weapon item, Jules Cafe for a temporary boost. I'm gonna go to poll and see if I can complete my igloo. Subscribe Hogwash and Fixer Upper, no thank you. I mean, the stained glass window is increasing the value of my stuff on board, but realistically, the value of my stuff is that I can freeze with it. So that it causes the ice club. Yo! Luxury tents. The first time you would die each fight, heal to 50% of your max HP. Your heal items have +1 multicast. Guess what's a heal item? That's actually the play. I can't believe that that is actually the play. Yeah, I get rid of Igloo. It's a property as well, so the Turbo Snow Globe doesn't care about it. It's just still chugging on. Oh my god. Volcus! I only had 2 items on board. Which I think means Volcus freezes me enough that I never even get to use my club.
Target acquired. Engaging.
Yeah. If the club ever unfreezes, we slay them instantly, and we do. Oh, it's so good. Icicle, wow, at the start of each fight, freeze an item for 6 seconds. Good god. Oh, 35 gold for every property. That's legitimate. I'm gonna take that. We're now at the point where I need that money to buy things. Icicle. So it will immediately trigger the Invigorating Cold is the reason the Icicle is interesting here. Like, there's a world where we go this. Oh no, but then I don't have 4 or fewer items on field for the stained glass window. Icicle would almost immediately trigger the Restorative Giant Club is the thing. It freezes their stuff. It hastes all my items for 2 seconds. The club hits them for 4,000 damage. And also then, well, actually that... If luxury tents are off field, it's not... I think it's more resilient for me not to field the icicle at this point, because the luxury tents give me the ability to get back in the game. And also it's doubling the damage of the club. But gosh, if I could field that icicle. I'm going to hold it for as long as I can to see if I can do anything with it. Let's get another 400 max HP at least. Can be higher than that, but 400 at least. 24% crit chance. We've got double damage on it from big guns, and then double damage from the fact that it hits twice. Nufu sells skills, I've heard.
My lessons are painful. Are you prepared?
5-second haste the first time I pull the trigger on the invigorating cold.
If you
Yep.
seek the violent path, Ayla is your teacher.
Dually? I think I'm probably better off not fielding it against Dually, keeping my cooldown reduction.
Boring.
And also specifically keeping my multicast. You have Juggler, but you don't have a large item on field? I guess Ballista is just the absolute bomb right now. Yeah, huh? Ka-thunk! It's the sound of the club. Ka-thunk! Curio. Thing is, I can also get cooldown reduction from the Monster Ranch. But Curio comes with a lot more max HP. Monster Ranch's ones at this point are much higher rarity. So yeah, like 6% across the field. The turbo, it's the turbo snow globe. Like, ultimately, if I can get the Restorative Ice Club to be below a 6-second trigger, then it happens instantly. Right? It gains 6 seconds worth of charge when it gains freeze. So the first time the snow globe goes off, it would go off 3 times in response, and it has multicast, so it would go off 6 times in response. No one's surviving through that. But also, the turbo snow globe just needs to go off as fast as possible. Like, I'm halfway between giving it the cooldown reduction and not. I'm not certain. I'm gonna give it to the club. Club's now down to 6.5. Oh, he sells weapons. Grandmaster, you have skill upgrades. After you freeze, your weapons gain some damage for the fight. Yeah, give me another 300 max HP. That's worth significantly more than scaling damage here. My damage doesn't need to scale. I have scaled. It is scaled. Frost Street Champion is instantly going to lose. That's fun. Frost Street Champion also has some absolute bangers for us. Snowflake, when you sell this, give your leftmost freeze item plus 1 second to freeze.
Make stronger.
Iceberg, when your enemy uses an item, freeze it for 2 seconds! That's a property. So I lose my multicast, but, but I now freeze you every, second. Every time you use an item. Which also means the first time their first item activates is when all of my stuff starts going off, so I no longer need Icicle. Upgrade your leftmost item. That's an additional second worth of freeze on the Turbo Snow Globe. It's not really that impactful. Balconio. Balcony is also, just right, Balcony would only lower the cooldown of the Turbo Snow Globe, whereas the Stained Glass Window is currently affecting the cooldown of the Ice Club as well. I think I'm going gold tier skills. Oh, unless I go for the diamond tier gumballs. Actually, that's pretty sick. Give me some diamond gumballs. I want to have to work to crunch through those bad boys. Our max HP matters so much at the moment. I'm so glad that I have the lemonade stand here helping us out with that. Can't believe we got the iceberg. This is the run that sinks the Titanic. Man. This is one of those kinds of runs that I'm just going to think about forever. I guess it is time for me to get rid of the balcony. Specifically, it's time for me to do that because I'm about to move forward one space and buy 150 max HP, and it comes with a bonus 200 max HP on top of that. Gabbles.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
No destruction outside of like Eye of the Colossus or something like that can actually target my stuff right now. Their stuff's gonna be pretty dangerous. But when it activates, it causes freeze, and that causes me to kill you. Oh, gosh. I'm so glad this came back around. I was terrified I was throwing away the win just so that I could do a meme. Despite the fact that I would fully stand behind doing that, it would still make me feel slightly bad. But no, this is legitimate. We got so much support for it. Man, that one Seraphina really changed our entire run. I bought so much max HP. We're on the last day. Jules Cafe gives you a day-long boost. So I'm going to go here and gain 1,150 HP for the rest of the day. Because literally, if win or lose, this is the last fight that I get to do. There's nothing in Trash Titan that's good for us. Master Alchemist similar. Void Colossus, you can't destroy my stuff faster than I destroyed you. See?
It's all about motivation. You gotta know what you're fighting for.
Eye of the Colossus. Destroy an enemy item for the fight. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 1 second. No, I'm not actually going to use it. Mr. Tuscari.
The people of Jabalia could learn much from this place.
When you use
I have.
Tool heal. When you buy a property, get a chocolate bar. 300 max HP for each weapon I have, or your weapons have plus damage equal to your gold. I guess I'm gonna go for that. It's not really relevant. It does double the damage because of big guns, and then it doubles it again. Annoyingly, Vengeance has lost the cooldown reduction on the rightmost side because they're passives. Both sides of the Turbo Snow Globe are passives. Let's get rid of that Eye of the Colossus. That always needed to disappear. I'm legitimately buying so much HP here. It's wild. Finn's Big Bite, 5% max HP? At this point? Absolutely. Give me 696. As well as 5 regeneration, although I don't imagine that 5 regeneration is really going to make a difference here. Are you Stuart or are you the parents? Or the kid from A Christmas Story. Oh gosh. Oh no, we're actually fighting. I froze their fort, but they ate me with the dog. Oh no. So the dog did an incredible amount of work. Yes, definitely. It's radiant as well, so I couldn't freeze it. Wild. Turbo phonograph, of course. Hasting on top of that. Yep. Yeah, it went pretty well for them. The cooldown reduction with the fort, making it much slower for me to get my turbo hourglass out for the first time. And also, they froze my ice club pretty quickly. It was frozen for a little bit of time there. Without that freeze, no, Turbo Snow only had 2 targets. It was going to freeze it. Fair enough, buddy. You got me. That was good fun, though. Absolutely over the moon with that. I should have zoomed in on the stuff. No. Can I even highlight the Turbo Snow Globe? I can. There we go. Thankfully, I took a zoom in on it and the stained glass window earlier. Invigorating colds honestly wasn't really relevant. The cooldown reduction from Vengeance and the double damage from big guns. The double strike was pretty good as well, or at least it would have been. I'm so pleased with that run. I don't want to change anything about it. I don't even want to get another win. I'll take 9. I got to use the Ice Club. That's all I really wanted. For the moment. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been The Bazaar. Top left is my series playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendation down below. In the top of the description down below, you can see the hours at which I will be streaming this. It is 2 times a week, Thursday and Tuesday late night for Americans, or mid-evening for Americans, late night for the GMT. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.